Amazing, well done. You've done it now, it's submitted, all done. And that's it, you don't have to worry about anything else. Of course not, there's still a long way to go. But you do have a brief period now between submitting your application and interview starting. You may still have to do your UCAT and your BMAT, so obviously you need to focus on those. But there are a few things that you should do between interview, and the sooner that you do it after submitting your application, the better, that are going to help you improve your interview technique and help you perform better when it comes to interview day. So one of the first things that you should do as soon as you submitted your application is, while your personal statement is fresh in your memory, you need to start going through it and looking at questions that interviewers may possibly ask you. Now, it's not imperative that you answer those questions straight away, but while the personal statement is fresh in your mind, you should definitely go through and ask potential questions that you could get asked. And the sooner that you answer them and the better prepared you are for those answers, the better you will perform at interview. And one thing you should do in the run-up to your interview is go through your personal statement again in detail. Go through these questions and refresh yourself on everything that you have written in that personal statement. Remember, the interviewer is going to be meeting you for the first time, and all they've got to go off is this statement that you've written potentially 3 or 4 months ago. So it's important that you remember everything that you've communicated to them, because the chances are that they're going to ask you about something that you've written on that statement. The same goes with your diary. Now, if you've watched some of my YouTube videos on work experience, I stress the importance of keeping a diary. And for that, it's also important to refer to that diary of your work experience when you're doing the gathering information stage of writing your personal statement. But that diary is so key, because it's going to, inevitably, you will forget things that happened on your work experience. So having that diary to refresh your memory when writing your personal statement, and also read that diary in the run-up to your interview so you can refresh your mind on all the experiences you had, everything that you learned from it, the details, because they will ask you about specific details of your experiences, to not really as a way of trying to fact check you, but just to see that you really learned something from the experiences. And having a diary with details of what happened will help you come with answers. So these are just the final things that you need to think about that are going to set you up for success when your interview comes around. It shows that you're thinking ahead, and it will help you prepare better so that you feel more confident and nail what is ultimately the final hurdle of the medical school application process itself. Obviously, grades are important, but as far as this process is concerned, the interview is the most important and final stage to you getting an offer at your top choice medical school.